Welcome everybody, welcome back to Homestead Heart. And I hope that you all are having a wonderful, wonderful day thus far. But you all, I am not going to belabor the point. I'm going to go ahead and get right to it, all right? You saw the thumbnail and you saw the title of the video. And I feel like this is something that is very important that should be discussed, or I'm going to discuss it here on our channel. Now, I know many of you are so concerned with the time that we are living in, everything that we're seeing happening in the world, wars and rumors of wars, right? We hear it all, right? And I know on different social media platforms, people are saying, well, you better get yourself some seeds so that you can grow some food in case of a supply chain disruption, or in case we can't get food shipped into our country from other countries, right? In case the supermarkets shut down and they don't have food, right? I'm going to talk to you all about some locations that only have 1 or 2 grocery stores to service thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people. 2 grocery stores. We're going to talk about that in the next video. But if you only got 1 or 2 grocery stores to supply a few million people, that grocery store is not going to be open very long, probably in a matter of a few minutes. I'm going to say minutes, because you know how we bum rush the stores when something happened. Everybody go in all at once and clean the shelves. There's nothing left. So many of you are getting word that, hey, you better start buying seeds. And I agree with that. Don't get me wrong. I agree with that. I agree that a part of your survival plan should include having seeds to grow your vegetables, some fruits, right? What else could you have? You know, just different seeds for fruits and vegetables. I agree that you should have that. However, the other side to that is, if you've never planted a garden before in your life, or you've never grown anything before in your life, having the seeds alone are not going to help you. Okay? This is not going to help you. And while Mr. and Mrs. H, we truly appreciate each and every one of you that support our little seed shop. You're buying seeds from us. You're buying seeds from others as well. I'm sure everybody appreciates the support that you give when you are ordering and purchasing seeds from all over, right? I mean, even me, I love shopping at Rare Seeds, right? I love shopping there for some things that I can't get, and a few other places that may not be well known, but I love shopping with them because they're small. They have a large variety of different types of herbs and flowers that I love to get that may be unique, that I can't find, right? Like Sweet Ann. I love that herb, but there's only a couple of places that I can get it from. And so I love supporting them. Okay? However, I got to know how to plant those seeds. You have to know how to plant those seeds, right? Again, we appreciate you all shopping with us, but we still got to be honest with you. Just to buy seeds and now you just got them, if you don't know what to do with them, it's not going to help you. So instead of just buying seeds to put in your emergency arsenal, what I would do is, if you buying seeds, I would study. I think I've talked about this book called The Vegetable Gardener's Bible. It's a very nice book, especially for beginner gardeners. It is an excellent choice. for the beginning gardener. And even for those who are experienced, it's a great reference. It's a great read even. It's a beautiful book. The Vegetable Gardener's Bible. In fact, I'm going to grab it. This book right here. The Vegetable Gardener's Bible. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. But it doesn't matter if I was, so what, right? If I'm recommending it to you, it's because I think that it's a good book. So affiliate or not, it's a good book, okay? So this book, look, when I tell you it's an easy read, I'm telling you it's such an easy read. Look, just an easy read with all kind of vegetables in here, talking to you about how to plant, what the plant loves, what the plant hates, the pests that you should look out for. This is a very good reference for those who are new to gardening. And even for those of us who are seasoned gardeners, it's still something that we can go back and refer to, right? So I really enjoy that book. I really do. And I will try to post a link to that book, or I'll just put it in our Amazon shop, okay? And the link to the Amazon shop is always in the description box. But that is a very good reference for those who are new to gardening. So take some time to study planting the things that you love to eat. You and your family, don't buy a bunch of seeds that you can't benefit from, right? Don't forget about your herbs. Don't forget about flowers, because flowers help to promote pollinators coming into your garden. So don't forget several flowers that not only are good for pollinators, but are also good for you, that can help you medicinally, right? So don't forget about those. They don't have to just be flowers that look beautiful. They could have a purpose, okay? Multi-purpose. So you all, I just want you to think about that. I want you to think about practicing, starting seeds. Just practice, right? If you're reading and you're making, you're deciding what seeds to get, and you're reading about how to plant them, how to grow them, how to start them even, you know, if you're learning about that, you're learning about the different diseases that could take your plants out before they even have a chance to grow. Start learning about those things like right now. Don't wait until something happens. You want to learn about those things right now so that you can at least have a basic knowledge of how to start growing your own food if you have to, right? See, if something happens in the dead of winter, you don't want to be like, oh, okay, then, well, let me just grab my squash seeds and I'm going to go outside and I'm going to plant me some squash. I'm just going to dig through the snow. And I'm going to plant me some squash and I'm going to plant me some okra. I'm just going to dig through the snow and drop the seed in the ground. It's dirt. It ought to grow. Right? You don't want to do that. Will you get squash if you plant it in a hole under snow? No, you won't. And while many of us who garden know that, there are some people who don't know anything about gardening who don't know that. We just can't assume that people know these things, because many people who have never grown anything before, they do not know. You'll be surprised. They do not know. You'll be so shocked at the questions that I get sometimes from people who don't know. And when I read the question, I know that it's somebody who really don't know. Right? So when something happens, that's not the time, because I guarantee you, you're not going to any store. Just think about 2020 and what it was like trying to go to the store to buy toilet paper, paper towel, beans, rice. Just remember what that was like. Very difficult. Very difficult. You were lucky to find anything. So right along with that, if you want to learn how to grow food, make sure you start learning now. Make sure you practice a little bit now. Just look, get yourself a container and practice starting you some seeds and growing some food. But again, make sure you do some study. Make sure you do some research, okay? I love this little bookmark. This was sent to me a while ago by a young lady that I love these. I still have them. I use them all the time. These little bookmarks that she made and she sent to us. But make sure you do your research, okay? So don't just buy the, look, don't just buy the seeds. Make sure you do some research and some study on how to plant and maintain the seeds, okay? All right, y'all? So that's pretty much all I have to say in this video. It's short and sweet, right? Probably one of my shortest ever. Short and sweet. But I felt it necessary to talk about this just because of what I'm hearing, right? So I don't want you to think that just because you go and you buy all of these seeds, that now you good. If you've never planted anything, you not good, okay? I've had questions before, Mrs. H. I put coffee grounds on some of my seedlings and it killed them, and I'm not sure why. I thought that they said you can put coffee grounds. Okay, where'd you get them from? I bought them from the store. How old were they? Well, I don't know. Once I got them off the shelf, I don't know. I can't, I don't know. Okay, so did you use the coffee grounds? Did you make coffee? Well, I don't drink coffee. I just bought the coffee grounds. So you sprinkled fresh coffee grounds around your little plants. Yes. That's why they didn't make it. That's why they didn't make it. Those coffee grounds are way too acidic to just be put on plants and watered in. They do need to be spent, right? You do need to have used them first before you put them in your gardens, right? But just imagine, when you don't know, you don't know. But now she knows. Now she ain't got to worry about that part no more. So that's the whole point. Take some time before you just start dropping stuff in the ground or starting seeds. Take some time to also research. Don't just go by what you see on YouTube. Pick up the books and read. The books are always best. Books are always best, right? And then when you read or you learn what you learn in the books, multiple sources is good. And then you compare that to what you see people doing on YouTube. And then you look at your area. You look at where you are, what your climate is like, right? What zone you're in will also be helpful, because that also will determine the best time for you to start certain seeds and the best time to plant them out. And it will also let you know that there are some seeds that you probably just shouldn't plant, depending on where you are. If you're in zone 1 or 2 or 3, there are some things that take a very long time to grow. You probably don't want to plant those if you don't have a greenhouse. If they're just because your summers are not long enough, or your spring and summer months are not long enough. By the time the plant gets growing, the crop gets growing, now you got a frost coming. Especially those things that take well over 100 days to produce fruit. So those are just things that you have to consider. So that's why I'm just going to advise, yes, it's great to have the seeds. Yes, it's great to get as many seeds as you can afford to get and put away. That's wonderful. But you need to do some study. You need to do some research. You need to practice a little bit, right? I think I told you all before that a long time ago when I first started gardening, I used to just practice. I used to buy that Jiffy seed starting mix with the little Jiffy cups. the little cardboard type of cups. I used to buy those, and I would practice starting seeds. And it wasn't good at first, right? I would just practice. I practiced with potatoes even. I remember I was watching a video here recently that reminded me of, I think his name is Stephen Harlow from Australia. I learned how to plant no-dig potatoes watching him 15 years ago, I want to say. 15 years ago. It just blew my mind. No-dig potatoes. What? I don't have to put them in the dirt, dig all these holes, right? And then get the potato in the ground and then hope I can find them all. I don't have to do it that way if I don't want to. And I tried it. I tried it with a few grocery store potatoes. I had the composted manure. I bought some blood and bone meal. And I had some straw. And I did exactly what he said to do. And I'll be darned if I did not get some potatoes. And they were nice. I was just so excited. I was like, he was right. And I said, I will never forget that. I will never forget that man or his accent. While I'm listening to him tell me how I can do no-dig potatoes. Stephen Harlow, I think is his name. He has to be like, I don't know what, 85, 86 years old. He may be older than that now. But this was a long time ago. I'm talking like 15 years ago. But I got the idea of no-dig potatoes from watching him. Before then, I wasn't doing it that way. But see, study and research. You have to study. You have to do your own research, you all. You have to learn a little bit of something. You don't have to become a professional at permaculture, right? You don't have to become a professional, permaculture, right? You don't have to become a professional. But you do need to study and learn as best you can. Don't wait. I'm telling you, you don't want to wait until something happens and then you want to try to put some seeds in the ground and you know nothing. These are okra seeds, right? You need to know when to plant it. You need to know what okra loves and what it hates, right? So you all, that's it for this video. I just wanted to talk to you all about that because, I hear it. I hear you loud and clear, but I would be doing you a disservice if I just let you think that it was okay to just buy all the seeds that you could buy and you ain't finna grow nothing at all. You ain't growing nothing. You just buying the seeds to put away in case you have to grow something. And you ain't never grew nothing before? Okay, no, that's not going to work. So I had to just come and tell you and be honest with you and just be open about that. Okay? That's not going to work. You really have to start learning what you can to learn how to grow your groceries. Okay, you all? So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you will share this video as well. Please share it because the messages that I'm getting from people on all these different platforms, I'm telling you, please share it because everybody needs to understand that gardening is just not that simple. There's always a learning curve when you're starting something new. So please share this video so that everybody can understand. You ain't never grew nothing. You might want to start learning some stuff and you might want to start practicing. Okay? So y'all, that's it. Thank you for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next video.